So on Sunday, as you know, your boy went to the game, hence to why there wasn't no recap for this week. It was a vlog. And as electrifying as watching Jayden Daniels play, I can tell you and confirm when he went down with his injury, you can hear a pin drop in that stadium. However, I'm here to tell you why I believe his injury changed his career forever in a positive way. Let's talk about it.
The way that we live is not for everybody. We're going to run and put our bodies on people in a violent manner.
I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's on.
You know what time it is. It's time to come out.
I love the way she move it, shake it on me.
There you go.
Helmet didn't come off. His hurt. The helmet come off last.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how what happened to Jayden Daniels on Sunday changed his career. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. Before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. Also, don't be afraid to subscribe to Chewy IRL, as that's where I react to every NFL game from the past week and college and any sport for real. So check that out in the comment section and in the description too. Alrighty, let's get straight to it. So, as again Sunday, Washington played against the Giants. Jayden Daniels was once again the star of the show, and he's going to be the star of the show each and every week because we want to see how our rookie looks. Prior to the game starting, I did have a feeling that today was going to be a good day for JD5. I don't know if it's because the burgundy and gold just pops or what made me feel like he was going to have a good day. And honestly speaking, he had a good day. Early on, you could still see Cliff Kingsbury was trying to keep the Band-Aid on, protect the young fella, and not allow him to throw the ball down the field. As it was screens behind the line of scrimmage, it was a little quick pass to the left, to the right, it was a draw, it was a read option, it was an inside zone, nothing down the field. And it was starting to frustrate fans, especially me and my dad, as we're sitting there like, let him throw the ball. Like, I get it. You are trying to protect your rookie and you don't want him to make the mistake. But as my dad said, you got to rip the Band-Aid off and let him make his mistakes. How else do you expect him to learn? He's going to learn. The only way you learn by doing something over and over again is that's one way, and then two is making mistakes so you know what not to do. So what if he throws an interception? Do I want him to throw picks? No, but if I understand him throwing picks if he's trying to make a play, but you can't protect him throughout the whole season, Cliff. That's my thing. A lot of people want to praise Cliff Kingsbury for the magnificent game plan that he had on Sunday, which, okay, we were able to move the ball. I feel like a lot of that was through on the ground with the running game of Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler. But I just wasn't impressed with Cliff Kingsbury Sunday. Like, it wasn't terrible, but I just wasn't impressed until after on a run from Jayden Daniels where he ran, he tried to make a play and got the wind knocked out of him. And he went down to the ground and was hurt. That's when I think the switch flipped for both Jayden Daniels and Cliff Kingsbury. Because after that, we done seen Jayden Daniels turn into a pocket passer. Not a pocket passer only, but as you can see in his first game ever versus the Bucks, and then early on in his second game, he was still antsy. He wasn't really sitting on his reads. He was running around. If it wasn't a play designed for a quick little little dump ball, out route, swing route, screen, whatever. If it ain't an RPO quick, he was just bailing off and running. But after taking that hit, and Cliff decided to finally open up that playbook, that's when JD5 stood in the pocket, delivered some great passes. Go watch my vlog, okay? And go on my channel and watch my vlog from the game. I got a good angle of the game, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. In the beginning, JD5 was picking up where he left off versus the Bucks, where he was just running around trying to make plays with his legs. After that, getting the wind knocked out of him and being down on the ground, he changed. And I think he changed for the better. Do y'all think this is a little too early for this video? In my opinion, I don't think so. It depends how he comes out versus the Bengals and so on. But I don't think it's too early, because if we're looking back on this point in the season, 11 weeks from now, and JD5 is the clear, obvious front runner for Rookie of the Year. He's having really good passing yards, and maybe let's say he has about maybe 9, 11 touchdowns through the air. I feel like we're going to look back on this and say this was the turning point. This was the key point of Jayden Daniels' careers thus far to turn him into a passer of the football, because the narrative was starting to change on him all after one game. Oh, he's a running back this. Oh, all he wants to do is run the ball. He can't throw. This, that. Like, this guy didn't have the best deep ball coming out of LSU. Like, the reason why a lot of people were attracted to drafting him at 2, not only for his legs, but his ability to throw the football and how accurate he was. I think as the season progresses, as he gets more comfortable, as Cliff Kingsbury learned to trust him more for whatever reason, he just don't feel like he can trust him, because I think he's trying to protect him from making the mistake. Once he learned to just let him go out there and play freely, that's when we're going to see JD5 tap into that LSU Heisman JD5. And I think the play where he got banged up on was the play to start it all off, because afterwards he started connecting with Terry across the middle on a slant. Noah Brown. How about Noah Brown, man? I knew he was going to be a good addition. That's why I wanted him. As soon as the Texans cut him, I made a post on Twitter and said, go get him, Commanders. He's a great addition. Not only did he have key catches late into the game, especially on the drive to help us win the game, but he also had a key block on the Jayden Daniels run to also get us more closer to basically essentially make it a chip shot for Austin Seibert. Noah Brown was a really good addition. Zach Ertz, looking like old Zach Ertz. He had about, I want to say, 4, 5, 6 catches for about 64 yards or something like that. He looked really good. Once the Band-Aid come off, Jayden Daniels is going to show you that he can pass the football. I'm just patiently waiting. I am. I'm not upset. I'm more so just like being, I guess, impatient in a sense, because I just don't see the reason why we still should have to be protecting our guy, and he hasn't made no mistakes thus far. And if he does make a mistake, wipe it off. It's going to happen. Like, yeah, he didn't throw a pick now. It's going to happen. At some point, he's going to throw an interception. Are we going to be upset? Are we going to be mad? No. He's a rookie. That is expected to happen. Cliff Kingsbury just has to understand that. JD5 has to understand and sit in the pocket and let the play develop. And I think that's what he's going to do now after his banged up situation. Because Brandon Coleman was getting worked. I ain't going to lie to you. Brandon Coleman was getting worked. So maybe that's also a big reason as to why he was flushing out the pocket, because he doesn't trust his O-line, which I don't blame him. Because the offensive line isn't nearly as bad as it was going to be headed into the season, or at least it looked like it was going to be on paper. But at this point, Brandon Coleman, he hasn't been what we thought he was going to be. And that's why I was a little bit concerned that he didn't play in the preseason and he didn't really have much of a training camp, because we're getting out here to the real games and he's not looking up to par or looking how they thought he was going to look. That's why I want Cole Luke in there. You know what I'm saying? But Jayden Daniels is going to be fine. He's going to be good. And I'm excited for him and how he looks in week 3 versus the Bengals. I don't expect to win, but I do expect to see more of this passing attack work, because I think that gave Jayden Daniels comfortability, confidence, and it gave Cliff Kingsbury confidence in both Jayden Daniels and his playmakers' ability to run him to make plays. Do we have the most skilled position group? No, we don't. Obviously, we could do way better at the wide receiver position. I mean, it's so bad that people are starting to question if Terry McLaurin is even a wide receiver one anymore, right? So obviously, we don't have the most talented skilled players, but we have a quarterback that is able to balance that out. Look at Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson doesn't have or really ever has the most skilled positions around him, but he's so talented in himself that he's able to boost the morale of his team. Prior to this season, and boost the team's ability to play. Not comparing Jayden Daniels to Patrick Mahomes, but prior to this season, really all he had as a go-to weapon was Pacheco and Travis Kelce. And this is before Rashid Rice and Xavier Worthy, or before these guys came along. So Mahomes never really had the best supporting cast, but he was so good that he was able to elevate players like Juju Smith-Schuster, Kadarius Toney to the next level and make them look better than what they actually were. And I think Jayden Daniels is going to have that ability at some point. He's going to have the ability to make players look better than what they actually are. So that's just my theory. What says you out there in the comment section? I genuinely think the injury to Jayden Daniels, where he got the wind knocked out of him, flipped the switch, was a wake-up call for him to be like, all right, let's go ahead and be this pocket passer and run if we have to. We ain't going to run to put ourselves in danger for no more injuries, and we're not going to run to put ourselves, we're not going to run to make the mainstream media feel like all we can do is run. Let's show these cats I can pass the ball, and that's exactly what he did. Dot to Terry, dot to Noah Brown, dot to Zach Ertz. Right? He can throw the ball. We just have to allow him to, and Cliff Kingsbury just have to learn how to trust his young fella. Still not telling him not to run if he doesn't, if he wants to. Still run, because that's electrifying too. But you got a hell of a right arm, young fella, and I can't wait to see it. Alrighty, y'all. Make sure you use my promo code JuanGotti on SeatGeek to get $20 off your first purchase. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please help me get there as soon as possible. It'll be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. See you later. Peace.